भाई भतीजावाद, परिवारवाद, भारत जैसे लोकतंत्र में जहां लोग गरीबी से जूझ रहे हैं, जब एक तरफ से देखते हैं कि एक तरफ वो लोग हैं जिनके पास रहने के लिए जगह नहीं है, दूसरी तरफ वो तरह लोग हैं जिनको अपना चोरी किया हुआ माल रखने के लिए जगह नहीं है, ये स्थिति अच्छी नहीं है। और इसलिए हमें भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ पूरी ताकत से लड़ना है। जो लोग पिछली सरकारों में बैंकों को लूट लूट करके भाग गए, उनकी संपत्तियां जब्त कर करके वापस लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और जब मैं भाई भतीजावाद, परिवारवाद की बात करता हूं तो लोगों को लगता है मैं सिर्फ राजनीतिक क्षेत्र की बात करता हूं। जी नहीं, दुर्भाग्य से राजनीतिक क्षेत्र की उस बुराई ने हिंदुस्तान की हर संस्थाओं में परिवारवाद को पोषित कर दिया है। परिवारवाद हमारी अनेक संस्थाओं को अपने में लपेटे हुए है और इसके कारण मेरे देश की टैलेंट को नुकसान होता है।
All right, there's been now a political reaction to that attack by the Prime Minister on Parivarvad, Vanshvad, and of course on corruption. Congress Karnataka President DK Shivakumar has responded to what the Prime Minister has said. Let's listen in.
So for the wellness of the country, Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Red Fort has raised a voice against the corruption and is also seeking the help of our public to fight against the corruption. What's the stand of yours?
So first he should set his house in order. So he is telling that corruption should be stopped. Yes, I fully agree. First let it stop Karnataka. It has become the corruption capital of India. He is encouraging corruption without opening his mouth. What action he has taken on all his partymen, all the other leaders who are supporting his party. He has not targeted anyone. He is only harassing the opposition parties.
So he's also raised a voice against the dynasty, politics that's happening. So what is your take on that?
Let him first settle in his own party. Then let him speak on other parties.
But he's also saying that this dynasty politics will only help in the family welfare and nowhere to the country.
All right, that was DK Shivakumar, the Karnataka Congress President, responding to the Prime Minister's attack on both corruption as well as, of course, on Parivarvad. Tuhin Sinha of the BJP and Mahima Singh of the Congress joining us. Tuhin Sinha, first things first, what the opposition is saying, well, this is par for course. The Prime Minister has said this previously as well, the attack on Vanshvad, etc. But what about within the BJP? I mean, you have also rolled out the red carpet to Dynas. I mean, Dynas from other parties, whether it's Narayan Rane, Nitesh Rane, to Jyotiraditya Scindia, to Jitin Prasada. So how come when they join the BJP, you don't consider them Dynas anymore?
Zaka, very happy Independence Day to you and to all your viewers. See, the Congress is an obsolete entity, and that is reflected in their sheer inability to comprehend what the Prime Minister is talking about and their sheer inability to comprehend what dynastic politics is about. When you talk about dynastic politics, what it simply means is that by virtue of one person holding a certain designation in the party, it becomes an obvious, his son or his daughter becomes an obvious claimant to that position. That is certainly not the case with BJP. The BJP does not bar your children from entering politics, but also makes it very clear that the children have to work their way up. And all of them are working independently, irrespective of the position that their parents hold in the party. So I think this basic difference is something which the Congress does not understand, and that explains their redundance, that explains their sheer, inability to confront us on facts.
Okay, Mahima Singh, respond. Basically, what the BJP, what the Prime Minister is trying to say is, today JP Nadda is the president of their party, but tomorrow we don't know who is going to be. Whoever is meritorious will be that party's president. It's not going to be JP Nadda's son or daughter who is going to, lead that party. Whereas in the Congress, Sonia Gandhi is the interim president, and everybody is just waiting in your party for when Rahul Gandhi will take over, and after Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, their progeny will take over. This is the Parivarvad that they are talking about.
a very happy Independence Day once again, Mr. Jacob, and to the fellow countrymen also, and to the BJP spokesperson who has just sort of contradicted the long-standing conflict around this statement. And this morning, when the PM spoke, we comprehended it well in the stride, in the sense that the PM intended it to be. But the BJP spokesperson has just cleared the air on that, and he's brought it back to the political sphere, because the PM said that it's not only political. Whereas I had earlier said, and I'll maintain that let's set an example by setting the protocols right in the political sphere. I had already named, and I'll once again name Jai Shah. Let's start with Jai Shah. You're talking about holding positions in the party. We are talking about holding offices in the country, and owning and answer to the country for the qualification, for the capability, for the capacity in which you are holding those offices. What I felt today when I heard the Prime Minister, what I felt today when I heard the Prime Minister was that it was old wine served in a new bottle. I went through the speech again and again. I was just listening again, and I thought, I was only reminded of Tryst with Destiny, where PM Pandit Nehru, at that point in time, the first Prime Minister of this country, the visionary Pandit Nehru, had talked about the unending quest that this country will have to go through, and which is what the Prime Minister is taking ahead, or attempting to take ahead. But unfortunately, there are only empty promises and jumlas that we hear once again.
Okay, Mahima Singh, give me a moment. Tuhin Sinha, give me a moment. I'm going to play out some political reactions that have come into the Prime Minister's speech. He, of course, laid out what he called the Panch Pran, or the 5 pledges, in the next 25 years as India hurtles along towards the 2047, which is the 100th anniversary of India's independence, by which time he says we have to be a developed nation, nothing less. But let's listen in